Jesse, would you like to share what is making you feel proud today?
Sure. So this is my first year as an instructional coach. I spent about 15 years in the classroom. And as I'm sure, I don't know how long you have all been in this role, but I'm sure all of your first years have been, there have been many emotions that go along with it. But I do feel a sense of pride that I was kind of nudged towards this by my building administrator. So it's nice to know that my hard work and dedication to this profession is not unseen, and that I do have that I strive for excellence. So that made me feel really proud.
That's awesome. I do think we should all feel very honored to be placed in a role like this, because depending on how the structure is at your campus, you may be a leadership role, you may be that middleman person, which in my time, I have been the middleman person, but there's just so much respect that goes with your role and your expertise in what you do. And so I know it is hard sometimes, but it also is quite an honor that someone would choose you to be in that. So in my years, I've kind of summed the teachers that are harder to work with into like 3 categories. Skeptical. I get judged a lot because I look really young, and so people are like, well, what do you know? How long have you been in education? So Sarah, you're shaking your head. You probably have gotten that too. So like I have the skeptical ones, the ones that are veterans that have been, teaching for 20 plus years. And then this young, fresh person comes in and they're like, what do you know? Then you have your resistant ones that just don't want to have anything to do with you. They don't care. They don't want you in your room. They just want to do what they want to do, and then you have the insecure ones. And so I have found a lot of times the ones that I thought were maybe skeptical or resistant, when I got down to it, really they were just insecure. And so I kind of brainstormed some ideas about kind of how to deal with these types of teachers. Do the same thing, or do y'all have your own district plan?
I don't have one currently.
I don't either.
We're kind of
my own. What I can.
All right. Well, maybe this will help you. Okay. So I think of coaching much like you think of classroom instruction. Like you have a plan or you have a curriculum that you have to follow, but then you have to add your own spin to it. You have to differentiate for kids. You have to provide intervention. So I kind of like to start with the Jim Knight framework. Like he basically says, you identify a problem, y'all learn together about how you're going to fix that problem. The learning can look different. It might be through PLCs. It might be through coaching meetings. It might be you going in and modeling in their classroom. It might be some research articles that they're going to read and y'all are going to come back and debrief. The learning is going to look different for all those people. It's another reason to get to know kind of like their personality. How do they like to learn? Are they the ones that like to go read the blogs and the research and then all of a sudden they got it? Or are they the people who need to see it in action and then practice, and then you come back and watch them? So kind of knowing what their learning style is. In our coaching role, each relationship, each instance that we have with a teacher may be different. And I kind of summed it up into these 4 categories. There are going to be times when you are like truly a coach. And in this coaching, you have to think like motivator. Like, what am I going to do to motivate you? I put a little clip in here that you can go back and watch. It's a football coach, and he's just like, I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's just telling them, good job, keep on going. Get those knees up higher. Okay, come on, let's go. When you're truly a coach, you are pushing and motivating. You're positive, you're encouraging. So, we have to think about how can we still offer them grace, patience, and vulnerability. So I like to bring up these are 3 of my favorite images, quotes, whatever. Then they get into the school year and they kind of drop into this informed pessimism, where they start kind of realizing what are the cons of teaching, and like, oh, I'm stressed out, this kid's not making progress, or my principal's asking me to do this, I don't have time. And then they hit a point where it's like the valley of despair. And they're like, I just can't do this. I'm not a good teacher. I'm not cut out for this. Why am I here? And that's where our job as coaches is to come in and build them up. Like, yes, you are a good teacher. You are here for a reason. You were given this passion for a reason. You have a purpose, and we are here to help you and support you. What can I do to help you? So we have to remember these emotions that teachers go through. And it could be, it's not necessarily a new teacher. Like, I've gone through all these emotions just this year. Everybody has this cycle. Then as the school year starts to get closer to an end, they have the optimism. We're almost there. It's spring. We've learned so much this school year. Look how we've grown. We're getting there. Okay, this is gonna be good. And then finally, that end of the school year, they feel that success and fulfillment. I made it through the year. We did great. We did awesome. What am I gonna do different next year? How am I gonna change all the things that I struggled with this year? So just remembering that cycle